All right, this is why you should start poultry farming, guys. Make sure you start poultry farming, and main reason that's why I advise all of you guys to start poultry farming is there is no way you will fail to get market, because the most important thing we should all know is this is a business, and if it's a business, we're looking at making profits, getting money, and then selling our products. So there's no way you will fail to sell your products, guys, when you join poultry farming. Because let's look at layer production. An egg in Uganda is 500 shillings. That means it's very cheap. Everyone almost can afford an egg. Everyone can afford an egg. You don't have to have a lot of money to buy an egg. Unlike the other ventures whereby, fine, you'll get a lot of money once you sell them, but still they're quite expensive. Not everyone will eat meat on a daily, compared to other people who do probably cattle farming, goat farming. Those are things some people look at as luxuries, but an egg in Uganda is not a luxury. The other thing is starting up a poultry farm is the cheapest farm you can ever start. Just put together 3 walls and a roof. You'll be good to go. You can start with even 5 local chicken, guys. It can also be a start of a dream, so long as you know where you're going and what you're looking at. It's something you can risk very little money to learn, but you can't start any other farm with very little money. Look at poultry, look at cattle farming, piggery, goat farming. All the other farms require a lot of money. Poultry farming, you don't need to have a very huge chunk of land to start, guys. Small piece of land like this, you can start with your local chicken. You release them in the morning. You don't have to buy feeds all the time. You give them some of your leftovers. As you grow your business slowly, you grow your farm slowly. Once you get out a lot of money, that's when you can start, okay, now let me go real commercial. But as you're learning from these ones, you would learn from these ones how to make feeds, how to take care of chicks, how to do all those things. You literally can put in little money that you won't feel the pain losing to start something slowly, rather than all the others, because there's no little money to start a cattle farm, guys, because one cow already is very expensive. But you can start with 10 chicks, you can start with 20 chicks. I've seen people start with 50 chicks, and then they try to grow their farm slowly, steadily, as you're learning from the 50 chicks, from 100 chicks, you get, depending on what is small on your side, because small is relative. What is small for others is huge for others. So according to yourself, to your size, to your pocket, what is small for you. So this is why you should guys start poultry farming. People fear it. People feel like they'll lose a lot of money, but it's because people go in head over heels with a lot of money, with zero experience, with zero knowledge. So it's something you can start with very little money. You learn on the job, teach yourself. You don't need a huge chunk of land. You don't need a lot of capital to start, guys, compared to other ventures whereby you need millions of money to start. But just a small place, so long as your chicken, you don't even have to build very big structures. Look at the structure behind me. Look at the structure. This structure holds 1,000 chickens. They are layers, but it's just iron, then wire mesh, timber, and a roof on top. There's nothing huge. You don't have to spend a lot of money building very expensive structures. Yes, these chickens, all they need is something waterproof, something ventilated properly, waterproof, ventilated, not hit by too much direct sunlight. Then you're good to go. So that means you can use your local material to put up something like that. Just use your local material. Just be creative. Okay, that's all. Just be creative. You start your farm, guys. Let's leave alone the excuses of I'm waiting to have this and this amount of money. I'm waiting for this and this to start. Guys, start. You all start from somewhere. I started with 500 birds. I'm at 3,000 birds right now as I'm talking. Start with the little you have. I didn't start because right now, for Uganda shillings, right now, because I'm in Uganda, each week these birds consume around 2 million each week. Around 2 million shillings. That's around, let me say, around $8,000. Yeah, around $8,000 a week. But at the beginning, I couldn't raise this money. I couldn't raise $8,000 every week as a must. At the beginning of the project, I couldn't. I would be lying if I said I could. I couldn't raise this money. No, it's not 8,000. It is it's how much? It's 5,000. Sorry. It's $500. Sorry, my bad for the math. It's $500 every week. That's what these birds consume. For people in different countries, you can see how much that is. But I couldn't raise $500 every week as a must just to feed them. But right now, that's what they eat. Sorry, every week. I couldn't raise $500 every week to feed them. Can you imagine? But right now, they eat $500 every week. Why? Because I know I started small. When they consume at most $100 a week. just $100 a week when I was starting, and I could manage to put up $100 a week with my savings. But when they started producing and consuming, and they started feeding themselves up to this point whereby I can spend $500 every week on the farm. So guys, don't bring any excuses. You can't start producing 1,000 birds in one go or bring in very many. No, start small. Learn from the farm. Learn from the mistakes and then grow it slowly but steadily. There's the power in process. All those big farms started somewhere. So don't think hard about it. Just start. Guys, you should start your poultry farms. Yeah, I mainly talk about, I do pig and all the others, I mainly talk about poultry because that's what everyone fears. I meet a lot of people who be like, but what made you start a poultry farm? Where did you get the guts from to start a poultry farm? In my heart, I'd be like, yeah, you should. The biggest problem is fear to risk. And sometimes it's an advantage. It's a blessing in disguise because not everyone will join poultry farming. A lot of people have the capital. But once you talk about poultry farming, that's where the conversation ends because they know you'll lose all your money. And then for us who are willing to risk, we'll come and make the money out of it. But even if you tell someone, you know what, every week I put in $500, but still, every week I can get out like $200 a week as a master. I can put in $500 a week, I get out $200 every week. And then someone will be like, hey, okay. They don't believe you. See them being skeptical. They can't believe you very well. They feel like you're lying or something. But for you, you know what you're doing, and you can get out the $200 every week as an asset. So, guys, and we're still growing. I'm talking about getting out the $200 every week when the other batch is not even laying. They are still growing. But these older ones can feed the others, and then you get out even that small profit. You can get out this small profit. So, make sure, guys, you start your farm. You don't have an excuse to start. There is no excuse as to why you don't start. I don't see it. Diseases, space, you require small space. Capital, start small with the little you have. What else? The experience you learn on the job. You learn on the job. So long as you can take care of a human being, there's no way you can fail to take care of chicken. They are animals. If you can take care of a human being, some of us are parents, some of us have elder brothers and elder sisters. You have little ones you take care of. If you can take care of those ones, you can take care of chicken, honestly. Because some people became parents before even they were even elder brothers and sisters, but they learned on the job. It's something they figure out every day, something we learn every day. You have to be a better parent. So the same applies to farming. And just like any other business, you can learn from the job. Just make sure you're committed. Make sure you're not shaken up easily by small things that might happen along the way. And make sure you're innovative. Yeah, I innovated this chicken house. You can see it behind. It is me who sat down, and then I was like, okay, I do battery. I want to do battery cages because I do battery cages, but I don't have this machine that will grind, that will help me make sure that my chicken house is clean. So I innovated this poultry house. I made sure I innovate this poultry house whereby the chicken poop just goes down, dries from down there because I don't have that machine that dries it. And I wanted to reduce the labor of making sure every time the guys have to wipe down and clean down there because it was very hectic and hard. Let's make sure I innovate this. I came up with this idea of building such a poultry farm. After innovating these things were easy for me. My guys don't have to nash out at the farm. It's very easy to clean, very easy to feed the birds. There's aeration. That means it helps me on disease control. Ammonia is not in the chicken coop. That means their production is also good. That's because they are having a very well ventilated chicken house. You can see it. I raised it. I put nets down. The chicken poop goes under it. So you just have to be innovative. Use what you have to get what you don't have. Just make sure you use the local material. Look for a cheap way of going through, but not so cheap that it will cost you. You don't have to be cheap on feeds, for example. Make sure you give the right feeds to get out the profits. But all in all, start. Be innovative. There's nothing to stop you. You don't need a lot of capital. You don't need a much big piece of land. I don't know, I'm even repeating myself right now, but thanks for watching. If I've watched up to this point and it's your first time, just subscribe. This is what we do. Bring for you clear content, good content. We teach you everything. We don't leave anything out. Whatever we know, we share with you. Because, hey, who knows? Maybe someone else will teach on this knowledge. Maybe you might not watch it. Someone asked me, why do I keep on doing this content? Maybe you people won't watch it. Maybe no one else will watch it. But maybe I'm doing it for my kids. Because trust me, my kids, or my grandkids, or even my great-grandkids, they'll be very happy to see their great-grandfather, what they used to do. And they'll be watching me. They'll be learning from me. They'll take lessons from me. my great grandkids, because what these things you put out there, probably they'll be there for quite a long time. And you know how proud my great grandkids will be learning these things. So that's why I do this content, guys. So I put out everything as I know it. I don't leave anything for myself, guys. So make sure you subscribe, follow, like, share to a friend. Share this page to a friend if you wish any other well, guys. Especially when it comes to poultry farming, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.